salute the noble bean for its sacrifice. Our precious blue bean. Ah, you have died, and you will not go to hell because you were saluted. Bring us this wonderful stream. D&D, Drums of the Empire, specifically. Hi, I'm Slappy Meats. This is my stream. You might notice from the name Slappy Meats on it. But I am also playing Sayaldov, the Dhampir Rogue, just the most wonderful and, effective interrogator one might encounter. Hey, also, fellow interrogator, presently, we have Lolo Man as well.
Hello, everyone. Tonight I'm playing one who leans, just like every other Monday that we play, and that's the Mushroom Folk Druid Cleric person thing. And yeah, I managed to save 2 bandits.
Leftovers. And moving along, we have Selnica.
Hello, I play Felemy, the paladin who's basically the most random force in the party right now, and also he's gone mute. But he's tons of fun.
We have, as well, Moonlight Kitsune.
Greetings all. I play Yozora, Team Warlock, Scholar, Babysitter, and Kitsune in disguise.
So soft. Hey, speaking of soft and fuzzy, we have our precious Bonnie Boy. Bonnie Bee.
And I am forever your Tabaxi Ranger, Wither. He's got a little friend that might want to bite as well.
Oh, but I already introduced myself.
Not you.
Hey, bringing us all together, this motley band of ragamuffins. We have our, ever so wonderful, magnanimous, beneficent, and certainly handsome and good-smelling DM, who would do nothing but kindness to his party. As I'm sure
Track record right now is not very good, but let's hope he's got enough blood.
As I'm sure the Tuesday game will testify. Iron Mug.
Hail, travelers. Welcome back once more. We find ourselves again in this lovely, vibrant forest. Just a little bit south and now a little bit east of the settlement of Panagar. There along the Gold Road. We had a skirmish out here, fought some bandits. A couple of us got a little pokey. Got stuck a few times.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what? We'll be alright. We've managed to capture 2 of these bandits, and we've now got them bound, watched over. Like, the whole party's just, it's like that scene, you wake up and everybody's just staring at you. They got the whole party just watching over them now. Yozora's rolling a nat 20 Constitution saving throw.
I don't even know what the hell I just did there. I was loading up my character sheets.
You rolled a nat 20 save, man.
Wasted a nat 20, that's what you did.
No, my sheet, I popped it out, and I've just got a very large face on me basically to re-roll something. It's like, what the hell?
Hell yeah.
Saving that for later.
The sound was startling. I was going through my notifications and I was like, what is happening?
Since it was a
No, never
Constitution
happened.
save, can he get insight for that?
No. Cannot. Never
Is that
happened.
how that
What
works?
are
It
you
was
talking
worth a try.
Let me show you guys if I can get Discord to share my screen for just a second. Let me show you what
We're okay.
have
We're
on my
fine.
screen.
We're good.
I do believe you. I
Yeah,
sure-
take a screenshot.
Yeah, it looks like I can't use the pop-out feature right now.
Pop out, being that it is in fact a module and not baked in, does tend to break every once in a while.
Right. I forget that it's not native.
Yeah, it's not just based, just part of the thing. It's a module,
Based founder.
and I think whatever they've been doing with the Foundry 5E system. Whatever they're doing, they're changing. They're adding, CSS and other stuff to it. Seems to just really heck over pop out for whatever reason. So be wary.
And I was just trying to load up, get Yozora and Suki, and not Suki,
For me?
Chibi Susuke, so I have them
Don't
on my
even
others.
remember
yeah,
your
no.
own characters' names anymore.
You're
You're so frazzled.
I've been like this for
Anyway.
the last, like 48 hours.
We've got our 2 prisoners here. We're about to get some investigating and some interrogating going on. So let's get to it. I'm assuming we're going to do some good cop, bad cop stuff, right? That's what's going down here with Dove and One Who Leads.
Ah, Mr. Bond, how good of you to join us.
Oh, we're just going to go straight Bond villain. You know what? I support it. I like this idea. I'm here for it. So, by all means, let's do it.
Okay.
This one believes they appear to be waking up.
Rousing one with my hand under his chin, holding his face to mine as I begin to fade from my my transformed visage. He sees this sinister, transcendently cruelly beautiful visage just in his face with these severe fangs. Just wakey. Before he folds his wings, retract back in, and you see that that cat crawling under the blanket, vision
gross.
on
I
his
love it.
back as his wings retract inward. Care to talk?
The one you've grabbed is the one that is still feeling the effects of the poison and groan in pain, trying to turn away from you, it seems. About what?
Oh. Why were you after us? And how did you know we were coming?
You look like easy marks.
Oh, now I know that's not true.
Now, this one, well, it understands that cooperation might seem hindered by the recent happenings. It would hope for a more detailed explanation. I'm going to cast Charm Person.
Nice.
Gonna cast what?
Charm person.
Ah, okay.
As he's doing that, I'm still holding this chin, and I'm like, cooperation would be in your best interest. After all, we have our own more involved methods of making one cooperative. I turn his chin towards the zombie and the corpses.
Yeah, I want to do it on the poisoned one for reasons.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I don't want to drink the poison one. You want to switch?
You want to switch? Oh my god.
Okay, switch with me.
I let go of his chin.
And that was in response to the statement they made, Kitsune.
Yeah, I caught that. Just was waiting for a moment because other people were talking. And if anybody's paying attention, Yozora's going to reach up and scratch at their ear.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, Dove, not for a second did he think that we look like easy marks. Look at us.
I mean, the moment the bandit said we were easy mark, Helmy just gave a side eye to the pile of corpses to behind us.
Yeah, no one's gonna look at no one who is of the unsavory enterprises is going to look at Dove like an easy mark.
All right, so you get the skirmisher charge. Pop for a moment. You look over it. Come on, just, harmless mistake. Just let me go.
We are hoping that letting you go is going to be an option. But
Eh,
One of us is.
in the interest of serving that particular purpose, this one would hope for details about this attack. What pushed you to attempt this endeavor?
you know how it is. We were given orders, told to come here and slow down or stop whoever it was that was moving through our woods.
Understood. Perhaps
You were
you could
so
tell us.
effective at that.
Perhaps you could tell us whom's given you such orders, so that we could go clear this misunderstanding with them.
Instead
Whomstead.
of. The one in front of me. I pull his. I run my hand through his hair. One hand through his hair. Grip
What
it.
hair?
Pull his neck back. I'm hoping this isn't. They're not all fucking Aang.
Evil, angry Aang. Yeah.
Yeah. If not, the scalp will work just fine. But I like having some hair to grip. I can palm his head like a basketball.
But anyways.
But I tip his head back and get my nose just real close to his neck. Just. And did they tell you it was going to cost you your lives?
The individual in your grip, Dove, just smirks. Ah. You don't have to tell me. I know every time I walk out. Use it as weapon. Could be my last time. I'm not an idiot.
And then I leave the space for the other to respond.
The other one just looks at one who leans, hopefully. Same person gives us all our orders. Delazu.
Understood. This one will endeavor to clear this with the lasso then, and hopefully can restore you to your post, alive and well. Would you perhaps indicate us the direction we should head to meet this Delazu?
Yeah, you're heading in the right direction. Follow the game trail, and he gestures with his head. The trail behind you as it moves off further east and then winds back and forth for a bit. You just follow the game trail. Make it to the old Shireen estate.
Remarkably helpful.
Thank you. You gonna let me go?
Shortly. Before that, is there any such ambushes that would wait for you before we get there? This one would dread to have to do this all over again before we could talk things out.
No, not that I can think of. We were basically it. Sent out to slow down and stop whoever was on the way. The contact back in town said some people were poking around, snooping about stuff.
Gee,
So
I wonder who
Delazu-
that was.
So the Lazu had us come out here in the woods, keep an eye out, and if we saw somebody looking like they were snooping around, we'd maybe give them a reason not to.
And who have you been speaking with?
You'd have to ask the Lazu that. I just know we got some contact in town. We got him in just about every town.
Every town in the Free Territories, or all over Yomei.
No, just as far as I know, just a lot locally. We got some further closer to Bagreus, further north, and then a few west and some east. It's not all of the free territories, but it's a large chunk of them.
Hmm.
Amazed with all that information you haven't heard about us yet.
There was one more thing. We've heard that Delazu was concerned about the retrieval of a specific item. We might be able to clear that as well. Do you know if the Delazu has managed it? Or the nature of the specific item they're looking for?
I don't know if he's found whatever he might have been looking for, if he's looking for anything. And if we're looking for anything, I don't know what it is.
Understood. Okay, let me think.
I want to rummage through this one's pockets,
Mhm.
listening for some clink.
Looking for that coin?
An indication that he might have been paid well from the recent robbery.
Absolutely.
To see if he was involved.
Yeah, roll me an investigation with advantage. You definitely find a bit of money. His pockets do seem fuller than you might expect the average, just wayward bandit to be. They have definitely been paid well lately.
Oh. Your recent work has filled your pockets, it seems. And yet you don't know anything about Talazu's goal.
Oh, that's why we're paid well. Because we keep our mouths shut and we don't ask questions.
Of course. He just uses you for the light work.
Ignorance truly is bliss, after all.
So how about it? You gonna let me go?
Oh, did he answer Al's question?
Yeah. He said if they're looking for something, he has
Okay,
no
yeah.
clue.
Good. Owl? Should we let them go?
This one is inclined to do so. It does not see the need for further violence, considering they have been bested. However, and I'm going to turn back to the charmed one. This one would recommend a prolonged stroll throughout the forest before attempting to rejoin the lasso, just in case the talks degrade.
I could certainly leave my your friend with you. And he motions to his undead friend.
Yeah, point taken. I don't think we're at least me, I guess. I won't speak for. But yeah, I don't think I'll be going back.
At that mention, Felemy will kneel beside the one that's poisoned. I assume that's the charmed one.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll cure the poison using lay on it.
Remove Chibi's contribution to the battle, why don't you?
Hey, battle's done. He's good.
I mean, the consideration was useful. Now the battle's over.
Oh, well, thank you. Makes it feel a little bit better. It's much appreciated.
I'm gonna untie the charmed one. Slowly kind of making a show of it to the other one. And like turning to him, go. This one hopes that you would cooperate in much the same way in order for your freedom to be granted just as easily.
The freed one looks around and slowly gets up.
Yeah.
Starts
Understood.
backing away.
And Philmy just waves him goodbye.
Bloodbender closet time. Just like a horse.
The other one grunts,
Hi.
looks over at one who leans and back over at Dove as best they can. What do you want?
Well, that's quite the good question. Yeah, you don't ask nothing. You don't know nothing. You just do what you're told. I
Yeah.
suppose that if you're of no use to us, then what cooperation would we expect from you? What
There is-
value do you have?
One thing that would help you assert value towards our group would be divulging anything you might know that could help us in those negotiations with your boss.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
sir.
Here's your first
Yeah,
one.
thank you for that raid.
One negotiations.
Negotiations indeed.
I forgot
Good
that that alerts are still on, but hey, just for
This
such an
one
occasion.
and
Welcome,
its whole
Raiders.
party, it assumes,
And I'm
hopes
Otis.
not to fight. This skirmish was entirely your doing. These ones have no such intention.
Thank you so much for marching all your friends across the galaxy for little old me. Oh, you shouldn't have. Actually, yes, you should have. And you did. So congratulations to you and to me. I see you're playing some Fallout 4, which is wonderful, but we are deep in the midst of some very kind good cop, bad cop negotiations with some bandits that we've just captured. So please stick
He stares at
around
one who
and
leans for a moment.
observe some D&D.
Then shifts his gaze
some
back to Doug.
RP.
What the hell is he talking about?
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I'm a little hungry, and it affects my concentration somewhat.
This one informed this gentleman that we were not here to fight.
Oh, no, of course not. Of course not. We just wanted to talk. We just want to talk. I wanted to speak with this Talazu. And yet you came out to jump us. Oh, just doing your job as usual. How do you do your job anyway? You use your little daggers to jump about, cutting the distance between point A and point B and point C. How many points?
No, mine are pretty much just daggers.
I look at his weaponry on him. They seem bog. It's just bog standard.
Yeah, they look like they're pretty mundane.
In the interest of potential discussion proceeding without interruption, would you know
we're not looking for any.
if
we
any of
don't have any
those
seats at the moment.
teleportation
But
instruments
enjoy.
have been laid about around here?
Oh, yeah, I suppose that's possible. Any of these trees could have had one of the boss's knives in
Oh.
them.
Oh yeah, Dove is
The boss's knives.
a
Good to know.
Dampier. A Dampier and
Yeah, Delauzer gives the the orders.
Concubus.
What else would he be but the boss?
Concubus being
This one is
between
certain.
Incubus and
You might
Succubus.
find it in yourself. To bring about a more complete
He's
answer
switchy.
to the question,
Fuckubus.
Dove.
Mhm. Sorry, I was greeting Raiders. Say once again.
I just cued you, and I was like, I'm hoping you could give a more complete answer to that, and just said Dove.
I pull his head back. I suppose I look at his physical condition and get an inkling for how much he could be coerced. He's not in the best of state. He's got 1 hit point left.
Yeah, he looks a little beat up.
So I'll have to inflict some manner of discomfort that does not leave wounds exactly.
Yeah, he's not getting one of my spell slots.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
You're holding out on us. Please allow me to loosen your tongue, and I with my my nicely manicured, sharp nails, I just pull his tongue out and let it bleed a little bit. Let's get this little piece of meat wagging a bit more loosely, shall we? You think it's possible? Your boss planted these things around. How many does your boss possess? I lick the little blood off his tongue.
Fuck's sake. What the fuck is wrong with you people? What do you mean you want more labyrinths? How many does he have? 2. He's got 2 of them.
For the record, Yuzora, with the statement of "What is wrong with you people?" I've been asking that question all the time I've known these people.
2.
Mine's a birth defect. Fuck
Good.
you.
So, right.
Mine's just pure curiosity. You should know that by now.
I'm playing along, damn it.
He's got 2 of them, right? 2 stickers.
Stickers.
He uses them. He jumps around with them. Teleport 2 through with him. He can bring other people with him if he feels like it. He sticks one in a tree. As long as he's, within whatever, range of it, he can pop back to it. Sticks another one in a tree and do the same there. That's how he gets around the woods so fast. Just tree to tree to tree to tree.
Right. This job has taken a lot of preparation, and your work was clearly a smokescreen for this jumping ability. Are you sure you don't know what he's after? No wild guesses. You're not paid to think. How diligent
Exactly.
an employee are you?
I'm not paid to think. I'm not paid to speculate. I have no idea, no clue what he might be after.
I reckon I have reason to believe him.
Yozora's going to reach up and scratch at their ear.
I mean, if at all, I'd like to read him. Let's see.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Let's go body language analysis here.
And Yozora scratches the ear as well. I'm like,
I'll give you advantage on that roll.
For me?
Yeah, for both of you. That was a lie.
That's the benefit of a
Oh.
living lie detector, huh?
I'm sure.
You ain't fooling anyone.
I'm sure I have plenty of reason to believe you. Delazio sounds like quite the professional, but you wouldn't be in this line of work if you followed orders to the letter, would you? And I grab his ear and I start just twisting it until the skin starts to rip. Let's see how much truth we can milk out of you.
He starts to cry out and grunt in pain. He's like, all right, let me go. Fine, I'll tell you. I don't know what it is, but there's something there.
Still?
What? Can't hear so good suddenly. What?
I slap him so that his good ear's facing me. Psst. Still?
That's great.
Is it
do you
still
wanna know?
there?
As far as I
Or
know,
or does he have it?
I don't think he has it. I don't know. I genuinely don't know if he has it or not. I don't think he does. Otherwise, why wouldn't we just... Why haven't we moved on, you know?
Right.
We got a big score. Why the fuck are we still hanging around here?
A fair point. This one would know then. Could you describe Delazio? His physical appearance?
Favorite foods, hobbies, blood type,
Measurements?
measurements.
Yeah, I guess. You know, he wears, you know, leathers and he's got nice boots. He's got like a mask. He's got like a hood, but you can see his eyes. You know, that's how we knew. That's how we knew it wasn't just, you know, another just, you know, everyday human. The eyes, the glow, and you can see him. His skin is like pale, like a pale, like white, almost ash. You can only ever see it in his hands. Everything else is covered, except them eyes. And when he's got this thing, and he like tries to gesture with his shoulder, goes across like his chest to his hip. I don't know what it is, but it's got some sort of like ornamentation, like I don't know, some sort of like runes or something on
Big
it.
word.
Like a thing, like a sash, like a bandolier.
Yeah, that one, like a bandolier. Because you know it's metal. It's not just like, you know, it's like a cloth sash or anything. It's metallic, whatever it is.
A metallic
See.
tabard.
But yeah, as I said, you know,
Lion.
he's very tall, kind of lanky. Looks like he needs to eat, you know, like at least 4 more meals worth of food.
One more. Does this ornamentation look like it belongs with the rest of his outfit?
Yeah. And it matches. It's the same, you know, level of care, meticulous upkeep. Like he keeps himself good and presentable. He's not always around the estates, you know, hanging out. Yeah, it's every once in a while he goes out and he checks in on the other things. I don't know the specifics of what he get up to, but you know, I know he checks on other things. He goes traveling. He goes other places.
Is he around at this moment?
Yeah,
Good.
He's the one who told us to come out here.
He knows we're coming.
Yeah,
You better be ready.
yeah.
Is she a patient man?
No.
I did not expect as much.
No. Patience, kindness, no, I don't think any of those are in his vocabulary.
I don't know. Our friend here, gestures to one who leans, can be very persuasive.
Yes, let's hope that this one's patience can meet in the middle somewhere. It can reach far enough.
I don't know he's planning to allow negotiations. He was trying to get out before, you all arrived. That's why we're out here, to try and slow you down and stop you.
Well, if this one's negotiating history is any indication that whatever DeLazo is after, it could be acquired, but there's always a prize. If he's interested, we can bring it to the table. If not, well, I'd look to the corpses littering the forest. We have other methods.
I think we're missing the point here.
Oh?
Yozora gestures not only to the one who's still here, but all the corpses. They're nothing more than a distraction. We're wasting our time now because he's trying to. Our person of interest is trying to flee.
This
Not
one
without his
has no
prize.
further. This one has no further inquiries.
You're done with him? Good.
It believes time is of the essence on the matter, and while the encounter might not go to plan, the discussion attempts seem still warranted as of yet.
Certainly. Up now, and I'll pull him by the ropes to assist him to his feet, and I'll reach down and begin to untie him. You have been most cooperative with some persuasion. Now, this does not need to be all stick and no carrot. Thank you for your help. And I pull him closer to me and kiss him deeply on the lips. And use draining kiss. Which
Boy.
was which is 2d6. Oh, yes. He must make a Constitution saving throw. I mean, either way, he'll take half.
Yeah, just roll the damage, even if he makes the save.
Oh my god.
Okay.
You were very hungry.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's got that. His tongue is still bleeding, so I'm like, I kiss and I taste it, and I'm like,
And now there's a prune on the floor. How'd that happen?
Oh. Took his
Yeah,
breath
his
away.
body will.
Dove.
At
Oh.
first, he's trying to fight and push you away, but eventually that stops, and his body just goes stiff.
It's stiff indeed. Oh.
Dove. Well,
Nice.
well, this one understands the enthusiasm. This is not the type of release it was expecting.
Oh. Yes, I do seem to have taken his breath away.
Please do refrain in future, or at the very least, let us know of the potentiality of such an event.
All right.
Above table, watch. He'll just give a warning like a second before and still do it.
Hey, watch this.
Well, Yo, one who leads. Check this out.
Watch what I can do.
And because I used Draining Kiss to reduce a creature's hit points to 0, I regain my Profane Transformation.
Mhm.
That's what you were after. You sly bastard. Okay. Yeah.
I
Should
finish
we-
unraveling the rope from him and take it back.
Should we proceed?
We should probably hustle. again.
Indubitably.
Should I leave our new
Indubitably.
friend behind to deal with the bodies?
No.
The animals will deal with it. Oh, I know we're in a rush, but they were just paid, and I'm going to rummage through all the bodies.
Roll me that investigation.
Split our
Get
efforts here.
that back.
Let's get this money. They did
I'll
just,
help you while you're doing that. So maybe
did-
advantage.
just get paid from the
Mhm,
from the bank job, so waste not, one not.
mhm, mhm.
If you wanted to roll your own, that might be better because mine's not very good. That's not bad though.
Pelemy will
You
just
can do
check,
advantage if you want. I'll roll with you. So to see if we can.
Yeah, you
No,
you,
yeah.
you
If
do roll.
if you're being assisted, you do have advantage on that roll.
Okay,
Whether it was going to help you.
I'll do it again then.
Okay.
Not much of a help, but oh well.
You do have a better investigation score than I do.
Altogether, it's 66 gold.
Great. Ah,
Hell yeah.
good.
Would you be willing to split it?
Sure.
Since you're doing all the legwork, I'll let you have 75% of it.
I don't want to do that math. Here, take 26.
That works. I figured I'd let you, since you did a lot of the work of investigating with one who leans, I figured it would be better. So we'll do 26. That sounds good to me.
And onwards to the next whatever the heck's about to happen.
Does it look like everyone is leaving the zombie behind, or is he coming with us?
Oh, come along. The more the merrier. Just going to be slow,
We'll have
so
him come along.
it'll catch up whenever he does. The zombie is pretty slow, right?
They are slower. Yeah, a little bit. It's shambling
Nice to
along.
meet you. Hello. On his time, we rush along, bounding through the treetops.
Shamble, shamble, it's coming, shamble.
You taking the left or the right there, Seldov?
I'll take the right.
Sounds good.
Or should I take the sinister path?
I understood that reference.
Whichever way we're supposed to go.
Pew.
I mean, you did say the hunting trails for the
Wait,
Whatever
weren't we
trails
going
are-
south already? Wasn't our destination south?
yeah,
The
but
trail was winding, though, if I remember right.
orientation is not necessarily north up.
Point taken. Point taken. Yep, never mind. As long as we're going the right way and the DM doesn't tell us we've somehow managed to U-turn back to where we just started from.
Mm-hmm. And we came out from this side.
He did just make a step. Yeah, I did. Hmm.
Onwards to victory.
Also, Aiden and the zombie are going to be basically following the rest of the party instead of with me, so.
Oh, look, a structure we can't see into. I wonder
Weird.
what's in it.
But the game trail through the forest winds its way back and forth for a while until eventually you do see in a clearing up ahead an old dilapidated building next to what looks to be a fairly small set of hills that rolls further back from the estate. There's obvious sign as you approach of large groups of individuals having moved through here before in the past. What would you all like to do? You can see a dirt path leading up to a set of doors right here.
Do we see any windows?
Any windows you can see are all boarded up.
From the
Of
treetops,
course.
I'll ask down.
Are
Do we want to
are-
simply take the neighborly approach, or shall I go up above and reconnoiter?
Felmy will indicate for Zelda to go by the roof.
Yozora, would you like to send Chibi with me, and I can report my findings immediately?
Yes, that'll work. Izora, who had been rubbing their chin, thought like, I think I've got an idea, but we'll go with this for now.
Wonderful.
are there anybody outside of the building that we can see?
Make me a perception check.
I assume all of us.
Anybody who wants to take a look.
Nice. Very nice.
Ooh.
Here.
You do not currently spot anyone outside of the building.
Still knowing I can't use the pop-out feature.
What? One who leans. What do your mushroom eyes see?
Nothing.
Nothing, bro.
We ain't found shit.
Felmy will slowly make her way to the doors, and she will bang on the door.
Oh,
Oh, okay. We're here. It's happening.
We're not going for the
well, I was
wait
hoping
2
for some-
seconds?
yeah, at least a little reconnaissance, but I guess.
All right,
Yeah, that's what I
well,
thought we were
happening.
doing.
We'll get to that in 1 second. Right now, Dove, with you and Shibisuke as Philomene is making their way to the door. You come around through the treetops, moving slowly upward as the land begins to slope upward more and more. And you notice that back here, the building and the hillside are connected.
Mm.
So this likely feeds into whatever might be underneath the ground up ahead.
Oh. Just like the.
By the way, I failed to say that.
Dragon
I
Code.
will. Felmy will wait just a little bit for Zelda to have a little head start in getting infiltrated. The idea being that banging at the door is to attract attention.
I'm
ahead, Dub.
pretty stealthy as it is. I would like to come from these higher trees, assessing the bunkering into the mountain, the hillside. Imagining all sorts of basement level altars and laboratories and fucking bullshit they might have going on here. Summoning sites. And,
Oh.
and hop on over to the roof as quietly as I can and pad along, listening down into for murmurings, movement, counting of coins, loudly monologuing your nefarious plans, things like that.
And
Assuming
what-
that Yozora can see Philzumi's intentions, Chibi's going to pipe up with Yozora's voice. Philzumi's getting ready to go hit the door.
Oh, shit. Could you not? I haven't even started yet.
And I would like to be able to be in stealth while they are there so that they see less people.
Go ahead and roll
Very-
your stealth. Okay.
Very good.
Not even
And
gonna
Dove,
try.
go ahead and roll a perception as well for you trying to listen to individuals who might be inside.
If I attempt to move onto the roof, it would probably show me what's down below, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll just say that I'm going onto the roof.
Yeah. Right now, it would just throw you into the abyss.
Oh no! Oh no!
Does Azora say anything?
What was that? Sorry, my had to adjust my headphones. What was that?
Does Azora say anything to Felony about Seldov not wanting Felony to crack just yet?
Being like, wait.
Yes, Yozora's gonna pipe up. It's like, can we give just a moment before we decide to bring down the hornet's nest upon us?
Felony will hold back from knocking on the door, but will just stand at the door.
I imagine Philome's like get her gauntlet up, like just pets the door.
Yeah.
Yozora's making a show just in case anybody's watching of checking their gear and whatnot, and then for Dove, Chibi's gonna pipe up. It's like, I've bought some time, but I don't know how long I can keep those of me from hitting the door.
Thank you. Shh. Listen.
You hear the sounds of boots inside. There's not a whole lot of talking going on. It seems to be fairly quiet. Every once in a while, you do hear the low voice of someone giving orders, it seems like. And every once in a while, there's a loud scraping sound, like furniture being moved.
Can I estimate how many pairs of boots are moving around in there?
Between 2 and 7.
Okay, so there's not a whole lot of hustle and bustle at the same time. It's the scattered movement, so it doesn't sound like they are barricading or making preparations for our arrival. But conducting business.
I'm gonna put my hand on Philome's shoulder and say, Philome, what were you expecting to say upon the door's opening? This one would recommend a little more foresight in future.
When he opens the mouth as if he's about to say anything and then just shuts it. Like, with a look of fair point.
I report to our little walkie-talkie dragon, and between 2 and 7 inside here, this part of the building does go into the hills, and presumably well below the ground. They are moving about casually, but determinedly. Not in a rush. I do not think them to be barricading for us. There is movement of furniture. Perhaps counting coin. Loud scraping. A heavy chest. Chair. They're working.
Yozora's going to relay all that.
Do I see any abnormalities on the roof? Any hatches? Any modes of ingress?
There is an abnormality with the roof in that it is in better condition than the rest of the building, as if it has recently been repaired.
The roof seems to have
Okay.
sustained damage recently and been fixed.
I have hopes for a peek. What's the door looking like? Is it a good door? Is it a dilapidated door? Is it
It's pretty
No.
rough, banged up looking.
Enough gaps for spider to go through, for example.
Hmm.
You could absolutely wild shape into a spider and crawl underneath it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Sick.
go for that.
I'd also like to
Zolo
survey the
Man has
perimeter
to
of the building to see if there are non-boarded up windows, any other mode of ingress.
Zolo Man asked if it was a good door, and I was just thinking, should I just
Who's a
detect
good
alignment on the door?
Who's a good door?
It's a door.
Who's my good door? Mm. He's adorable.
Ah!
Ooh, nice knockers.
Okay. Skibidi.
All right. So, one who leans is going to be able to slip inside. I'll reveal that in a second. Dove, as you are wandering around the roof taking a look, you notice that there, in fact, seems to be meticulous attention that has been paid to making sure there are no other methods of ingress other than the one front door. All the windows are boarded up. You do see where there were other doors, but they have been removed and have instead since been boarded up.
Just like okay, so boarded, not like removed, taken down, spackled over. Long term.
No. That not that far, but definitely the door itself has been removed, and then planks have been placed across the opening, both inside and outside,
Neatly, no seams.
neatly.
Mm.
They were stacked, very clearly made, so that there's very little room between them to peer inside.
This place is very well fortified. They have been here a while. Enough time to fix this entire roof very cleanly.
Mm-hmm.
Hide all modes of ingress and inspection. Well, I have nothing else that I've heard. I can come back and lie in wait.
One who leans just entered the building.
Oh.
I don't think they're going to notice him and his 8 legs.
Oh, goodness. Of course. Good.
As you step under the door into this first room here, you can see where inside the windows have also been boarded up from this side, so that it is doubly thick, though at least in this case you can tell the windows haven't been moved. There are 2 of the skirmishers in this room, poised and ready to strike the second the door opens, it seems. There is some furniture in the room that they can use for cover if need be, and there is a door behind them.
Hmm.
And you can tell that the places they might use for cover are very specifically set so that there is a clear path from the door to the door.
Okay. I'm gonna try
So they're not barricading,
to
but they're long prepared.
sneakity sneak.
Spider.
Under the cover thing.
Mm-hmm. That one looks like it's a chair that's been tipped over.
Yeah, and I want to study the terrain, especially the passage between the 2 doors.
Go ahead and make a perception check. There are deep furrows in the ground where it looks like something heavy has been drug across there.
Was it drugs?
Mm. I heard drugs. Can we? Okay.
Oh, let's get fucked up.
Let's get fucked up. Okay, I don't think. Yeah, that's just the way they drag the thing. I was just trying to make sure they didn't trap something here.
Mm.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you
guess-
don't notice or detect any traps in this area.
Good, good, good. Yeah, I mean they provided me with cover. I'm gonna try to sneak that way then, and see if I can sneak under the other door.
It does, in fact, look as if this door is just as old and dilapidated and has room underneath it for you to squeeze through.
Perfect. I want to get as much intel as I can for my little friends.
Meanwhile, Philemy will just have had an idea and will move to the zombie.
Yes.
I am suddenly very, very scared.
Oh, I like this. Honey, I'm
And she's
home.
And she's going to take the zombie and gently lead it to the door. And with the zombie at the door, she's just going to wait for a signal to start doing anything.
And the next room is a fairly large chamber. You can see that there are two sets of doors that lead off of it. There's a small one here and another one here.
Werewolf.
Hmm.
In the room, you can see there are more skirmishers. There's also a different looking individual. Appears to be a very large bugbear.
Bugbear.
Oh,
This
how
time it's
cute.
This time it's an actual bugbear. It's not a shapeshifter.
Look at this obliques.
That reminds me, I want to play Kenka again at some point.
You can also see where there are more spots they have laid out that can be used possibly for cover as needed. There are, however, more considerations in here than there were in the other one for making paths, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
Each of the doors appears to have paths to and from, with the cover splayed out elsewise. You also notice, and this isn't reflected on the map, because this will change from time to time and depending on who's in this building. But there are large racks of what appear to be martial weapons
Okay.
along the paths, along the walls. Some of them are full, some of them are not. You also see across some of the makeshift furniture in the room that there are some of these weapons being laid out, inspected, and then placed on the racks as the individuals in the room move about.
Hmm. Are the fucked up floorboards accurate?
Yes, there are large gaps where you can see dirt underneath.
Interesting. More attention to
The floor is not in great shape.
the roof than to the floor.
I think that'll help with my scurrying. Okay. I'm just looking at the way they're facing and the shades and shit. I guess I can just climb a wall, get to the ceiling, right?
Mhm.
Because I mean, if I don't have spider climb, then I don't know how this game works.
Right.
Yeah, as a spider, you can absolutely climb the wall, get onto the ceiling,
Okay.
and humanoids tend never to look up, so you're safe up.
Yeah. I mean, Zelda has demonstrated that time and
Mhm.
time again. Okay. I mean, I know things are happening outside, so we also get that resolution at the same time. But my next plan is going to see what's in there.
Philemy hasn't done anything yet. She's just preparing to do things.
For the record, that's just as scary.
Whoa, not on Twitch.
Okay, when the hell did I end up in Raccoon City?
Oh, you want zombie noises?
Mhm.
But outside, what is everyone doing?
Well, Philomene just set the zombie straight in front of the door, and she's standing beside the door, but she's waiting for a signal to start the action.
Dove comes back and sees Philomene aligning the zombie with the door and just. Oh, what a homecoming this will be.
Should we pour oil on the zombie, set it on fire, and throw it through the door?
Oh.
Yeah, you know,
I was
the-
being
Yeah.
sarcastic.
I want to initiate a conversation, right? Not Armageddon.
I'll see that, and then
With this party, they're basically one and the same half the time.
we don't know yet that they look poised to attack us, but I do think the guards are at least going to do their duty to an unpleasant reception. I'll see that and have another thought while if we're waiting on one who leans. One more moment. And
And I mean, also the door was knocked on, and there was no answer, so that should tell you a lot about their attitude.
No,
It wasn't
the
knocked
door
yet.
wasn't knocked down. It wasn't knocked down.
Oh, okay. I thought. No take
No,
back.
you're the, no.
I allowed the
Philomene
retcon.
was about to, but Yozora stopped it.
I want to come over here and inspect this water, this body of water. Look down below, see if there are modes of ingress there, see if there are any structural weaknesses, any further paths that lead into the mountain. If this is maybe a spring that goes into the hillside, below ground, anything like that.
Absolutely. Go ahead. Investigate away.
Do you see anything, Chibi? Can I get advantage?
Chibi might be able to assist with it, couldn't he?
Yeah, can I get a little assistance with Chibi?
Yeah, Chibi can help. If only
Then
that's by
you'll have
sticking their head
advantage on that check.
Lovely.
If only by sticking their head under the water.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. Ooh. Pew.
It is a
Determined
fairly shallow pool that looks like it probably drains from somewhere to out here. You do not notice any other possible means of ingress from here. And it follows along the side of these hills that roll back and away until eventually it just dries up. You can see that it's a common occurrence.
Also, apropos of nothing,
Dane.
have you noticed that we, like, when it comes to advantage and disadvantage, we do this outrageously often?
Where it's the same roll? Yeah.
The dice
Yeah.
are pretty keen on giving us unusual shit.
I said 14.
They have an attitude about it for sure.
Yeah, the dice are very much. The dice stutter.
All right. One who leans, would you like to investigate the room next to you?
Is a word.
All right. The first thing you're going to notice is that this door is a little bit better make. It looks like it's sturdier, more recently installed. It does, however, suffer the same fate of not being spider-proof.
Yeah.
Very few things are spider-proof when you think about it.
Exactly.
Please don't remind me of that fact. I don't like my arachnophobia coming to the surface.
Inside, you can see there are 3 individuals who seem to be working very quickly in the area.
Spider-proof your doors, people. You never know when a druid's gonna show up.
They are currently, as far as you can tell, working on securing large crates of what appear to be weapons. And not just any weapons, these look like they are exceptionally good quality weapons. There's everything you're seeing in here: short swords, long swords, daggers, scimitars, rapiers, spears, halberds, greatswords, mauls. Everything's here. They are moving them from crates onto these racks, and the racks that you've already seen are being moved through the building and looks like outside eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Here we
Quick
go.
question. Out of everybody that I've seen so far, are there some wearers of metallic armor?
Mm-hmm.
These
Oh, I see where this is
individuals-
going.
These individuals seem to have some metal on them.
Okay. Just making a note for future reference.
And they seem to be the ones who are more often than not giving the orders. The individuals with the daggers seem to be taking them.
That's rough, buddy. Okay. Okay. So this might be just a storeroom of some description. Let's scurry through the gap again.
Mm-hmm.
Still on the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know exactly where the door is on this one, but I will head towards it.
Out of curiosity, while Dove is bored, but still kind of just relishing that draining kiss, he'll turn inward and, I wonder. And will open up his senses to any sources of intense lust within 300 feet.
Is it bugbear mating season?
It does
Anyone
not
in heat?
appear to be.
This is not Baldur's Gate 3.
There doesn't appear to be anyone
Sing a
overly
song about
lustful
my virility.
in the vicinity. Unless, I guess anyone in your party wants to fess up.
I'm
Aiden?
fairly sure Sylvain is the horniest of the group.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. How's Aiden feeling?
Put the lipstick away.
He's just
Oh, puppy. Oh, no.
the puppy's little. He's ready to scrap for a fight.
He's a good boy. So I feel that. And, all business. Shame.
Okay, so we got some numbers to deal with.
Felemy will see Aiden come up and he'll guide him to beside the door.
In here, it looks like you've got a couple of spots that were set up with potential cover. You've got some crates around the room, some of which appear to be open, some of which are currently sealed up. Some of them have what you can see to be weapons in them. Some of them have what appear to be metal in them, precious ores. You also notice some shovels, some wheelbarrows, and what appears to be a mine cart in the room, as well as a opening in the rock that seems to go further beyond.
Okay. Scurry. Look. Scurry. Is the door at the end looking spider-proof?
It is, in fact, just a wide open archway. Looks like it just
Okay.
goes on into the mine.
It's just a big long corridor, empty.
It does look like it's empty, at least for a moment, beyond the opening there.
Well, I'll risk it. I'm gonna go have a look. As maybe not as far as I can go, but until maybe I can see something interesting.
Felemy's getting empty.
No, it's a spider.
Ah!
And now I'm thinking about the Justice League Unlimited episode where a kid yells at Booster Gold that his ants are in trouble from a fire. He goes blitzing in there expecting, a couple of old ladies, and finds the kid's ant farm instead.
Ooh.
Seems to be well lit in here. You can see down this passage and down this passage a ways.
I'm guessing Elements sees something different than us at this point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna take too long because I don't want to leave the party in suspense, especially with an antsy Felony. I'm gonna quickly head this way. Attempt to see further down those branches.
Make me perception check.
24.
Nice.
Meow.
Down the one direction, you can see everything. There's more to see. Just give me a second. I'm going to reveal how far down you can see the other way.
Gotcha. It's a good thing about having a Recon Druid is the high wisdom. I like the big old perception rolls.
The other way seems to stop and go around a corner.
Okay.
Down this way, you see a single individual. Wearing leather, hooded, bandolier across their chest, of a strange runic symbol, a mask, ash gray skin, and eyes that glow.
Think we found a boss.
Clumsy.
Okay, I'm gonna stop here.
Okay.
Above table. Guys, I am tempted to try to just talk right now.
Above table also.
Naturally.
Yeah, I can see that fits One Who Leans his character, but at the same time, it's like, you don't have a way to let us know about this, and we don't want you to die?
Yeah, that's why I'm bringing this up.
And also, Felony is not gonna wait forever. If you seem to take too long, he's going to take this as a sign to start the action.
Here's my angle on it. I have a thought that if talks are gonna happen at all, might be before the fighting takes place, and if there's any chance for resolution, it's gonna have a greater chance of success now than rather after we massacre everybody and make our way in.
While I'm outside and we're waiting, twiddling our thumbs, I'm thinking, what if someone squishes him? So it squishes it. I'm going to listen. So I want to just go back to the roof and kind of plant myself just somewhere in the center. Listen for any goings on, listen for voices. Any cries of mushroom peril.
Yozora they look calm. They've got their nose in their book as per normal for Yozora, but at the same time, it's just like the fact that there's no way to communicate with One Who Leans at the moment is sort of worrying them.
Okay, I'm gonna lay out my plan, and you guys tell me what you think. I think I can drop wild shape, try to talk, say I'm not coming to fuck with you. I'm just here to talk, and let's figure it out. And if things go south, I got a bunch of misty steps. I can wall chip back again and scurry on the ceiling all back to you guys.
The enemy can be patient, so he'll wait. But yeah, if things. She's also laid up against the wall. If she starts hearing things get more eaten inside, she's going to start her plan. So yeah, she's waiting for now.
A professional voyeur is nothing but patient.
Bellamy's not a boy.
I think Dove was talking about themselves.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, one thing but patient.
Wither's just keeping a watchful eye from the shadows at the moment, so he's
Here,
he's keeping an eye wherever that's going on. So
if things go south, I can, because there's nobody else around in the cave as far as I can see. I can use a bonus action to Misty Step because I have the innate one.
It's your call.
Or just make way, like keep safe distance, and for a turn, I'm pretty certain I won't get hit, and I'll just thunder wave as a signal.
That'll do it.
It's your call.
That would be a
That will
pretty
get
good
our
signal.
attention.
Okay.
But in
Well,
the meantime,
you know what?
Dove is listening for any distress, so he'll catch it for sure.
I haven't heard any objections that were too concerning, so I'm gonna just fucking do it, man.
I like this. I like the risk.
you do you.
I like the.
I'm
I like the ballsy
here
move.
for you.
Okay, I'm gonna, let's say, about here. I'm gonna drop Wild Shape and immediately go.
Oh, we got
Be
his
not
blackness.
afraid.
Everybody
no,
gets
oh,
to
no.
watch now.
We got the goodness. Okay, here we go. I love
I'm
Be
to
a-
not
watch.
afraid. Okay,
as-
that's a nice way to start the conversation.
As soon as the Wild Shape goes, I'm gonna, be not
Ooh.
afraid. This one comes to talk. It has no intention of harming you or your peers.
You can see the individual tints visibly, not having anticipated, suddenly being interrupted, especially by a voice they don't recognize. Slowly, they turn around, tilting their head, their glowing eyes peering at you.
Ooh,
Ooh my, that is badass.
I like
Nice.
him.
We're in
me
danger.
Reminds me of a Shuriman. Looks cool though.
I suppose the fact I don't have a dagger sticking out of me at the moment is all the proof I really need that you do not speak lies to me. Still, I'm not used to being snuck up on. Well done. You have my attention.
And this one apologizes for any untoward distress this might have caused. However, considering the considerable force you have at your disposition guarding the entryway to this place, it thought it wise not to be discreet about its approach.
You didn't want to make a scene. Makes sense. Though you have gone through all the effort and all the trouble to come all the way out here to make it past every single one of those meticulously well-placed individuals to slow down anyone from getting this far in. You didn't take the bait of the other tunnels to see what might be down them. Instead, you came right to me. That says a few things. One says that you have a purpose, and it also leans back into your not intending any harm, because you came right for me. That shows purpose, that shows intent, that shows cleverness. So again, you have my attention. You know, I assume then, who I am, and you would do me, I hope, the honor of sharing the privilege of knowing whom we face. I am Delazu.
It is nice to make your acquaintance, Delazu, and you are correct in your assessment. This one does have purpose here. It is called One Who Leans. The
At least your moniker is appropriate. You did appear to lean a little.
Indeed, it is how this one was grown, in an effort to make it look less threatening to other humanoids. The group this one is a part of is part of a diplomatic envoy throughout these lands. We have been making efforts to help the people of the Free Territories, to prepare them for the oncoming tide of the Empire's wrath. As
Well, at
Go
least
for
I
it.
do know who you are then. You are one of the many I've been warned would be here eventually. But please, do go on.
As for this one's purpose here, it and its party had originally planned to deal with the bandit issue it was informed of with more vehemence than it's displaying now. However, this one was intrigued when the possibility of an Etherborn being present was mentioned. And
Then, to your honor, and he will bow deeply.
I'm gonna return a bow as much as I'm capable.
Creak.
Such a revelation has given this one hope that your purpose and ours might align in ways neither of us suspected. If you would elaborate on your goals, this one could make it known if cooperation is a possibility.
Of course, of course. That would be the correct process, the way to do this. You show up. We've skipped the part with the threats. I understand all that. Now I tell you what I'm doing here, and then we decide how we're going to proceed. Yes. If you would please step over here.
All right. This one believes it, the more judicious course of action, yes.
Very well. Let me be blunt, straight to the point. I appreciate, and I've never met one of your people before, but I do appreciate your bluntness and your candor. This is quite refreshing. It is monumentally better than what I've had to deal with lately, but we'll get to that, I'm sure. It's all
I'll
part
do
of it,
come
don't
in
worry.
a minute.
First and foremost, what am I doing here? What am I up to? Allow me to show you. He will pull one of his daggers out and he will slam it into one of the crates next to him. And it will shatter the wood, and gold will just come pouring out of it.
Okay.
I have been accumulating the wealth to then redistribute it amongst the individuals who have decided to work for me, some others who work tangentially with us, some others who only work for those whom I work for. But my most direct purpose is to redistribute wealth, and to do so in a fashion that cannot be easily resisted. You understand, of course.
I'm gonna nod. Let him continue.
Second, what I've been doing, what I am up to, is this, and he gestures to this table here where you can see several alchemical instruments on it in various states of doing, alchemy. I study potions, herbs, the various manipulations and applications that we might find, including rare ingredients that my employers bring to me in return for my helping them.
Why do I find this whole conversation so sus?
Third and last, but of course not least, the thing which I am doing because my employers say it is what we should all be doing. And he'll wander over to here. Manufacturing and smithing of various implements. You've seen, of course, the weapons, and he gestures to the crates around here, and he gestures behind you. You've seen the weapons. We are manufacturing exquisite making. The craftsmanship of these weapons is beyond the pale. Not only that, they are infused with just a little bit of some very nice magic from a source that you see one of his eyes dim a little, and you get that he's winking at you. That, I promise, is of a mutual ally of our both. But we'll get to that. We make the weapons. We distribute the weapons. People all over the free territories now have them. They now can rise up in arms against anyone, everyone, and anything that they perceive in any manner to be an issue. Why? Of course, that is your next question, right? Why would we do this? What is the point? Yes?
This one understands the necessity of self-defense.
He waves his hands dismissively, shaking his head. No. It's beyond that. You're thinking too normally, too linearly, too orderly. Spice it up. Why do you arm everyone?
Everyone will fight.
There are several possibilities. The creation of a standing army.
Because you want everyone to fight. You don't care about what. You don't care over what. Just as long as they're fighting. And that's the point. You see, even...
Hey, you short king.
There's a hint of amusement in his
Hi.
voice as he pauses for a moment and thinks, and then
Hey, you
continues.
short king.
Even the bank owner.
Hey.
Much more violent now with that stick of his, isn't he?
Wow.
He is somewhat irascible.
He has the means to do real damage with that. You know that, right?
Thankfully, we have not had to witness such an eventuality.
Oh, of course. And it would be horrible. Horrible! If we did have to witness such an event. But think about it. He has the means now. What if you keep pushing? Taking a little bit more here and there, making him more irascible, more frustrated. It's just a matter of time, right? And what about the people that you've armed now? Who can now, in retaliation of this irascible bank keeper's mistake could make another mistake, and another, and another. Chaos. That's what they want.
Is that your employer you so mention?
Indeed, you are quite good at this. I like it. It is my employer that wants this chaos spread across the lands, across the many worlds, they said. Our children will never dare to run from home again if chaos erupts and follows them everywhere they go.
I see.
Anybody else just feel called out?
No, I'm good.
Does this force for chaos have a specific goal in mind? Which this one realizes sounds absurd, considering the nature of chaos itself. However,
It is absurd, but I'm glad you're well aware of it. Go on.
while chaos is unpredictable, mercurial, it is capable of holding objectives. For a time.
It can indeed, and that is what is going on here. Their goal is chaos. I know that sounds ridiculous. Of course, chaos wants chaos. But that is the goal here. The goal is to sow as much chaos, as much wildness amongst the population of not just this world, mind you. Yes, because I know there are others. But all of them. Broil the populace, the common folk. Steep them in this misery, in this chaos, in this hatred. And it'll begin to boil over. They won't be able to help themselves. And they'll all be armed. Because I'm not the only one. I'm not even the only one on this world. But I'm certainly not the only one on any world.
And this chaos, these armed people all over the world, in strife, is that the end of the aim, or does it serve a grander purpose?
To my knowledge, as far as I've been able to figure it out, as far as I've been able to climb down the rabbit hole, it is not the end. It is merely a step along the path. The point being, it seems, to destabilize and make it easier to accomplish their goals. And their goals, very singular, by the way, these employers of mine, very one-track mind. It is to punish. They wish to punish their wayward children who have left home and who now believe themselves to be better, more sophisticated, more civilized, and beyond their creators.
Interesting. This one senses something about you. Please do correct it if it is wrong. But it feels that you can relate more to wayward children rather than to an establishment wishing to reconquer them.
You're not wrong. I do feel very much for these wayward children, after all. We were one.
As such, it wonders if your objectives are really aligned with that of your employers.
They are not. However, I still do it. And that is really the question you want answered. Why do I still do it, right?
It is a question this one would have answered yes. However, know that circumstances can be analyzed without passion coloring the objectivity of the situation. As such, this one will not judge you.
That is appreciated because, while yes, granted, there is, of course, the fact that I don't fully agree with what they're after, but they do pay well. The reason is because I need that money. We all need that money. At the end of the day, we have to make that living, don't we? Especially on this world. Yomei demands it of you. And so it is an easy way to achieve my goals, my means to an end. And I have no moral compunction. After all, I'm not going to be around long enough to really care about anyone's wayward children, leastwise my own. By the way, did you know Etherborn can't have children? It's one of the few things they don't tell you about us. Imagine that, being known from the day you become conscious that you will never be able to have children.
This one
It's depressing.
did not know.
Well, now you do. From the very day we become conscious, we are given a purpose, a reason to exist. Do you know how many humanoid species I have come across that claim to envy that?
In this way, we are similar.
Have they ever told you that they envy that? Oh, you know what you're for. You know what your purpose is. You have it easy.
This one has indeed had comments made about itself along those lines. And while it can rationalize the appeal from an outsider's perspective, as that is what it was grown to do, it does not find additional value in this fact.
And in that way, I envy you because you take it in stride. It is simply your day to day. It's beautiful. But what if you'd had a different purpose? Wow! What do we know, right? We only know ourselves. Regardless,
This
I
one does
envy
wonder.
them the choice. They get to make it theirs. What is their reason for being? Who knows? They get to pick. No, I try to use alchemy, science. I plan to break the Etherborn curse. I will give myself long life, purpose, and drive of my own making, not that which the life stream births me with. That's why I do it. Also, it's a lot of fun. Have you ever robbed someone?
This one has not had the chance to experience such an endeavor.
I can only recommend it. It's hilarious. The thrill, the looks on their face when they realize you're taking something from them and they can't do anything about it. Exquisite.
It is strange. This one does detect your delight in mischief. However, it has not noticed any ill will or malfeasance coming from you.
It would be foolish to do so. After all, you're not here because you hate me or you hold some grudge on me or those that work for me or those that I work for. We're here just because you're here. It's the right thing to do. To go out and stop people from stealing? Of course!
Beyond any such things directed at this one, it does not detect ill intent when you speak about thievery. In general,
No. My intent is never to harm when we do it.
this
As I said,
gives
I redistribute it.
This gives this one hope that you might consider the following. If your wish is to acquire wealth and means through which to pursue your research, and if your intent does not align with that of your employer, then perhaps we can provide for each other.
That would be wonderful, wouldn't it?
It would be a preferable course of action.
He will pause for a moment, almost as if for a moment it seems like he just completely forgets that you even are there. He just looks around the room, muttering to himself, none of it any sort of coherent words, just sounds, until eventually there is enough here, I do believe, that I'll tell you what we'll do. The thieving, the banditry, that's going to stop. It was going to stop one way or the other, right? If I say no, of course, if I push the issue, you will have to then, of course, push the issue with me. We will have an altercation. It's inevitable. I already see it. I know how it ends. If I stand up and oppose you, you and your companions, there is 5 of you total, correct?
Correct. And you are right. This one and its party did come here to put an end to the banditry issue. However,
All
the
right.
this one is always an advocate for peaceful solutions.
As am I. And I do believe you will like you will at least appreciate what we can come to as an amicable, peaceful understanding between what must be, what has been, and what will be. What has been, of course, crime, transgression. We have robbed, we have stealed. There have been unfortunate accidents where people have been hurt. For that and for many other things, I'm sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Justice will be
Cute.
done. The banditry will end.
Tiny dress.
So that is what is. The banditry will end. There is enough gold here, enough money to pay off each one of these individuals that works here, to send them walking away and live comfortably the rest of their days, many times over. And then there's enough money here that I'll leave it to you to decide. Redistribute the wealth or return it to those who hoard it. I don't care. Like I said, it was never my game to begin with. I just do it for the money to carry out my research. And what will be is that my employers will lose yet another because you have been brought up before. I have, as I've said, heard of you. You put an end to what they were up to with the login camps. Many, by the way, of these individuals here are from those logging camps, from the mines at Tabin, from the fishing village of Chinpo, where jobs were lost, lives changed, and now they are here, bandits, thieves. But we're going to pay them off and they're going to leave. Yes, you agree?
This one does not see an objection to their remuneration, and perhaps we can do more for them than to just dismiss them afterwards.
I like it. I'll leave that to you then. You seem to have it well in hand, and you seem to be quite an intelligent. You.
If one of leads could chuckle, that's where it would happen.
But There's still the matter. If I can't just let that happen, can I? That would likely go against any positive job reviews I might have in the future. So we are
Would
at
you
an
suggest?
impasse.
Would you suggest putting on a show for your employer? A deception of sort to indicate your loyalty has not been shaken by my propositions.
I do not believe that would ever be quite necessary. I want you to do something for me, and I want you to be truthful. What I'm about to ask you, I want you to tell me the truth. If I leave you the resources here, will you do good things with them?
As you've asked this one to remain truthful, it will say it thus. Whether this one does good or ill with those goods is not for this one to tell, but it will endeavor to direct them towards the cooperation of all who would.
What do you know about Etherborn?
Very little. Simply that you are born of the life stream with a purpose, just as this one is grown from the mother mycelium with a purpose. It knows that your attitudes tend to be more mercurial and unpredictable, but yet still loyal to your goals.
Hey, do you mind? Kiki.
The creature is quiet for a moment. You see them leaning against the table with their arms crossed. There is much to be said about being born with a purpose. Do you believe, one who leans, that we are destined and forced into a fate that the universe might have for us when we are born? Or do we shape our own?
This one used to believe that its purpose was straightforward and inexorable in the sense that it feels no compulsion to deviate from it. However, as of recent developments, it has realized that this goal it was born with has led to a multitude of possibilities, and what has been accomplished thus far could have gone many different ways, and this one had to choose. And through this choice, it has, it believes, made it as good, as well as it could have possibly gone. As such, even if we are born with a purpose, there is freedom in the way we go about it.
Of that we are of mind. We may have an end goal, but it's up to each of us to choose how we get there.
Indeed.
It has been an honor and a pleasure to have met you, One Who Leans. I leave these in your good, capable hands, and I will accept this as fulfilling my purpose.
Will this be... While it is the end of this particular interaction, would it be the last time we see each other?
I believe it will be.
This one understands, although it regrets not sharing more time with one that shares a sense of purpose.
Standing up straight, he will pull one of the metal links off his bandolier and hand it to you.
Okay. Accept it with both hands like a good Japanese person.
Show them this. They will listen to you. No questions asked. They know anyone that has a mark on the chain
Bow.
has my blessing and my trust.
Understood. May this one inquire, what will you do now?
Quite simply, I will die.
Has your life expectancy already reached this point?
Thank you.
That and more so. I've been clinging on and prolonging my life artificially. My purpose, the day I was made conscious, was I was to help others achieve greatness. And that would either be through combat, or as I choose, by simply accepting and kneeling. And he will kneel and bow his head.
And I will put a hand on his shoulder and say, this one understands. It knows death with a familiarity that most humanoids do not share. And as such, it is not sad, but it wishes you safe passage on this next leg of your journey.
And good luck to all of you. You will need it.
On
And
this,
with a
we agree.
speed you might not have anticipated, he will draw both his daggers and jam them into his throat.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Whew.
Damn. I wanted to bring him back to my
As his body
Dracula
dissipates,
daddy.
the different energies that build it slowly evaporate until there's just that littlest little spark that is the live stream itself that too winks out.
Go well. You will have my prayer. And okay, I'm gonna turn around with the chain link in hand, and a lot to think about. And I'm not gonna bother retransforming.
I thought you might not.
I hope that doesn't mean for the mercenaries that it's carte blanche on that on the loot in the cave.
Oh no. What I intend to do is give the old grumpy his gold back and pay the mercs myself.
And maybe hopefully take away his stake.
So we could also possibly, if these people need a purpose, once we're all about talking, put this on the table. More people
Oh,
to
yeah.
help us deal with the
yeah.
incoming shit show.
Oh yeah, that's definitely the idea. When I said like maybe we can do more for them, I mean they're gonna do more for us
Yeah,
too.
to give him a
hopefully.
job.
As you step back out, the individuals turn, exclaiming loudly and drawing their weapons. Dove, you hear shouting.
Calm
Oh,
yourselves.
there we go. Oh, wait.
And I'm gonna brandish the chain link.
They pause, staring at you in confusion, but they do not move. Dove, what are you doing?
This one.
I hear the shouting. It looks like things have escalated. I begin to make moves towards the door, but then I hear the shouting stop.
Oh god, they killed him immediately.
Oh. I'd continue to listen.
Go ahead, one who leans.
Be not alarmed. This one was in conversation with shit, I forgot the name. What was the name?
Tilazu.
This one was in conversation with Delazu.
That's me.
Yeah, no worries, dude. Go for it. An accord has been reached. Do not worry. Your remuneration is not at risk. However, the unlawful activities that have been proceeding thus far will cease.
What do you want us to do now?
You are free to choose a path for yourselves. This one will ensure you get the gold that was promised. However, should you wish to assume further purpose, we can provide you with posts and affectations that will be just as well remunerated.
So we're getting our share. Yeah,
You are.
and you're not putting us in chains.
This one will not do so.
And you got more work.
This one does. There is a lot to be accomplished, and putting capable people such as yourselves behind bars would be counterproductive.
The four of them in the room exchange glances for a moment. Then they look at one who leans, and then once more at the link from the chain.
Do I hear one who leans is diplomatic? tones.
Eventually, this one here nods, puts away the weapon, and you hear loudly, Dove. All right. We're done. Pack it up.
Well, that's probably gonna make for an interesting surprise when you step out the door.
Oh.
And you'll hear loud footsteps, the door opening, and the same loud exclamation.
It looks like our diplomat has done his duties diligently.
Bellamy will nod
It's just-
and direct the zombie away from the door.
Yeah, I don't think that they'd be too happy running face first into that guy if they were to leave.
Bellamy will just
can I-
shoot you a look. Bellamy will just shoot you a look. That was the point.
Mhm.
I want to speed scribe something real quick.
Go ahead.
I want to make a promissory note for. Actually, no, don't know exactly the sum they were promised, so I'm gonna overshoot it a bit
Mhm.
Hmm.
and make it very official and give it to whoever said yes first, the guy that came to like tell everybody else to pack it up. I'm gonna give it to him and say, this one and its party will return the stolen gold, and this, and I give him the document, will ensure that you can get your payment. Simply head towards these coordinates. Point the base camp of the Senate.
Okay.
You will receive their payment to this amount, and I put out the generous. Like, how much can we tell about how much was stolen?
I would have
Yes, so Dove would
interrogated.
have like noted that down.
Yeah. How much like we picked from their pockets and think like, okay, these are the jobbers. I'd probably put it upwards of like 30 to 50% of that.
Yeah.
You figure the bandits you've met in the forest had anywhere from about 5 to 12 gold on them. And that was like their spending money. So you figure whatever their actual take is probably many times that. Because it would be whatever to support them for a lifetime.
Yeah, that's the
Mhm.
pocket money. So I would think that we would look at a job like that. In Dove's current history, he would consider a job like that would take this much amount of preparation, but these are the executors, not the planners. So they would be paid per job, not on a per plan basis. They would be able to do a job like this and smaller ones. So they would probably be like the money they had on them times 20 would probably be what they would take away a year.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I was thinking about that in those numbers too. I was thinking to put it in as generously as I think we can afford, considering the bonds we were given to play with and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna put it at about 400 gold per person,
Mm-hmm.
which should exceed what they were promised.
Oh,
I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
reckon.
gonna that's what I'm gonna put on the paper because I know exactly how many there are because I counted everything, and I'm gonna give him that, tell him where to go to redeem it, and also tell him And if you wish to assist in defending the territories from those who would seize back your wealth and destroy your lands, you will be provided new jobs there if you ask for them.
He will pause once more, staring again at the link. The laws who trust you. You're
Yes,
gonna just kill him and take that off of him?
I did not. This was handed freely.
He'll take the paper from you, gesture to everyone, and shout loudly enough that these three, who are now beginning to make their way out of the room, can hear. All right. Everybody. The law's last words. The law's who says, let's go. And they will all begin to funnel out.
Okay.
I don't think it's a bad reaction that at least Zora's like, okay, what's going on now? Getting ready for a fight before calming down, before noticing that nobody's brandishing weapons.
They do step outside, give you a little bit of one of those long, like, you gonna start something, or are we good?
As long as they don't attack first, Zora doesn't have a reason to strike, so...
Above the door,
And they'll continue on.
looking down as each individual comes through, or the
We'll
early
come
ones.
out of the tree and stand right in front of Aiden, or right behind Aiden, and just watch them.
And I'm gonna exit behind.
And you'll see that the rest of them will slowly file out and begin heading off.
Ahol.
I take it we don't need to shed any more blood today.
Correct. This one has much to recount about its encounter with the Lazu.
Well, it seems to have gone well.
And it apologizes, as it has taken a risk talking to him without consulting the rest of you first.
I do admit, I was getting somewhat concerned when it took so long. It was far more than reconnaissance. But it was quiet enough. I trust it went well.
I'm gonna show them the chain link. It did. It was interesting talking to someone with whom this one shares perspective. The stolen goods remain, and we can begin retrieving them.
Ah,
This one believes it will please his irascible turtle self.
I suppose. Well, where is this
Please.
Delazu now? Shall we break bread?
He has perished.
Zora's gonna blink. Wait, what? That doesn't fit your usual M.O. there, one who leans.
Come
I'd
again.
expect that from... Yeah, I expect that from one of the others.
Upon completion of his purpose, which was, this one believes, to help us reach greatness, he simply ended his life.
To help us? Was this all an elaborate propping operation to lift us up and draw us here to achieve some puppeteered point?
Not necessarily. It had goals of its own. However, this one believes he knew that fate would not spare him the accomplishment of his purpose. And as such, he simply acquired enough to maintain himself until such a time.
Interesting.
Well, I guess you two shared enough of perspective that makes far more sense to you than it does to me.
Perhaps. Would you assist this one in retrieving the stolen goods?
Oh, yeah. Oh, happily. Yes. Let's see what we've got.
This one meant everybody.
Come along now.
This one only has one hand available.
Oh, stuff. Oh. Stuff snipping about. Lots of weapons.
We're going to thoroughly search this place, aren't we?
Yep. It sounds like it.
Also, honestly, well, I'm not one to renege from a good fight. I like D&D fighting, but this encounter, if we had fought, looks like it would have taken forever.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're
the
you're
other
assuming we
thing-
didn't just drop the ceiling on most of the bandits.
Yeah,
The
unless
The
we
roof
did
is too
something with it.
good. The roof is in too good of a shape. I looked.
Yeah.
the other fight
The
had a
wall
lot
About
of
the rest of it.
the other fight had a lot of enemies too, and we kind of cleaned up.
Yeah, there was about what 2 to 3 times as much,
Mhm.
Yeah,
and
I
with
would- I
better
would say
ones.
about, yeah. Yeah, there was probably 3-1 for everybody, so.
Last fight was about 3 to 1 too.
Yeah, sounds about right.
We did win. But this would not have been fast.
Honestly, if anything, I'm just disappointed I couldn't pull my prank.
Mhm.
Please, everyone. In these caves are stored the stolen property. If you would, this one does have a small matter to handle first.
Are there any traps in here?
Good thinking. Yeah, I'm glad you said that. Dove is also looking.
Not this way, at least.
Yeah.
While they're exploring the rest, I'm going to give a prayer to the Great Mound.
It's also what we call cunnilingus.
Dude. No, that's the small mound. The
Depends on the person.
Oh.
this one addresses this prayer to the Great Mound and divinities of life and death. Talazu has served its purpose diligently. Purposefully or not, it matters little. May his path be guided forward, his return to the life stream safe, and his rebirth guaranteed.
I'm a little concerned between me and Philemy.
What about those of us that
Huh? Who are you? What are you doing back here?
Felony will see all the enemies and just signal for Withers to go fetch one who leads.
Owl, there may have been some individuals who did not quite get the news. Could pass me that chain.
Understood.
Wither
yeah,
will
I'll-
kind of whistle off towards
Pass you the chain.
and be like, one who
Okay.
leans.
All right, that's going to be initiative.
oh
Uh-oh.
crap.
Yeah, I figured I'd take the chain because I'm faster.
Yeah, but it's also one who leans was entrusted with the chain, so
Whatever.
Doesn't matter. It's a symbol.
Oh, this is a new setup.
Top of the round, Fanny.
I wish. Oh, that wasn't as good. Yeah, Fenny with his plus 14 to initiative.
But yeah, you like that new combat tracker? It's very pretty.
Yes, it is.
If you mouse over your allies, you'll even be able to see information about them.
Ah.
That is pretty cool.
But yeah, the old combat carousel has apparently been like abandoned and deprecated for like several updates, and I just hadn't realized.
Mm.
And then there was someone who had branched it and made this, and I was like, "This is kind of neat. I like it.
This is the one I use in Little Heads.
It's so good.
It's very good.
I like how it keeps, whoever's actually initiative is in the middle.
Oh yeah, it's definitely the better carousel.
Plus, it just it looks nice. It's just nice. I like
Yes,
it.
Oh my god.
Anyway, Philemy, you have the first initiative.
Felony will not even draw a sword. He'll just signal to Wither that's behind her to just head back and fetch one who leads. And she's going to take a defensive position where no one gets past her, but she doesn't actually attack.
Okay.
Like just shield, block the way out. But she's also not going to make it clear that if no one attacks her, nothing needs happen. Hey, that's it. That's my turn. Take defensive position with a shield, not even drawing out the sword. Can I block him from going past me?
How would you like to block him?
Well, just any of them that tries to get past me, should just step in front of them, shield in the face, or harm in front of them.
You could ready an action to step in front of one that tries to move past you, and that would work for one of them. That is assuming you take no hostile actions.
Yeah, I take no hostile action, but I just try to stop them and, like, with a sign of the hand, stop right there. Nobody gets past. And
Stop
hoping
right there,
that the
criminal
other,
scum.
and hoping that the other one gets the message of, don't get past me. We're trying to do things peacefully.
Yeah, it's not happening.
All right. This one will make it here and stop. This one stops as you move to block them. These two slide past. This one and this one are both going to attack Philomene. These two are going to attack Wither.
Oh no, not the pincushion again.
Well, one of them is going to get intercepted because while my sword is not drawn, my shield is.
That one's going to hit once, it looks like. Yeah, that 12 is not getting anywhere close to you. It's going to do 11 points of damage to Philomene.
By the way, this is for whichever one will attack Wither.
The other one that misses Philomene.
Interception trigger is on the head, right?
Yeah, it's on
Yeah.
a hit because it prevents
Yeah, just
damage.
keep it for the hit. You're good.
Does readying an action trigger your reaction?
Yes.
So you don't have a reaction.
Having readied an action to step in front of one of them to stop them from moving, you would then use your reaction to move and step in front of one to prevent it from moving past you. So you would not be
Okay.
able to use your fighting style, unfortunately.
Okay, well, that's fine anyway because I don't think any of them managed to hit Wither.
Those were on you. One of them hit you for 11 points.
Oh, okay. I
And
thought
these-
the two were on me and two were on Wither.
Yeah, these two back here are going to attack Wither.
Never mind, I'm not keeping track of things correctly apparently.
All right, I'm gonna need them
That's-
to calm down.
That's 3 hits.
Og, relax.
You okay, man?
Mark! We'd rather not TPK on this!
Do you need to speak to the chaplain?
That is going to be 25 points of damage to Wither. Speak to the chaplain. Yasora, it is your initiative. You can hear the sounds of combat coming from down the hallway.
What about the people? What about the in front of me? Are there exclamations of fighting or whatnot, or not? Yeah.
Have
They appear to be
roused?
sleeping.
The EP.
Okay, I'm not
Sleepy
messing with
boys.
them.
They're busy. Busy boys. This is more Sea of Stars, right?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is your star.
Yep, see a star. It's like, okay, I'm not gonna be able to get closer to do anything this round unless. Nope, because I'm not gonna have visual. Damn.
Hmm.
Shit. Yep. Wait, I can bonus that.
Yeah, you have your normal action economy.
Yeah, no, I'm planning and whatnot because if I can get close enough, I can cast Calm Emotions to possibly stop this fight. It's just figuring out how I'm doing this and switching my mind back to other systems.
Yeah, we touched.
Using my free Misty Step. Get over here, Chibi. And now I'm going to cast Calm Emotions on the group to try and, stop this fight from happening.
How many targets
Anymore.
you get?
Each humanoid within a 20-foot radius sphere, centered on a point I choose, must make a charisma saving throw.
I hope you can do that.
It helps if I actually click the spell, right?
It does help if you actually cast it, yes. You should be able to place the template wherever you'd like it.
It just ran away on me. Give me a second here.
On the card there, you can click on Place Major Template to get another one.
Oh, so it is.
Nice. Ah, ad break. Fuck.
There, I can't get the bugbear in the back, but I can calm everybody else down.
Depends. Maybe they're super charismatic bandits. See, there's a pretty one.
There's one of them that is like, nah, I'm mad.
Oh, he's mine.
At ease, we're not here to fight.
Wither and Philomene make that save as well.
Charisma, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the
DC
card's right there in
16.
chat. Philomene calms down. Wither, also mad. Probably because I got stabbed a few times.
I mean, Philomene was pretty calm already. She was not intent to actually fight, just keep thing.
Well, and I gotta have Aiden in there as well at that too.
Now you're super chill.
Wither's mad.
So
Aiden wants
Aiden's
pets.
chill.
Aiden just wants pets. It's like, I'm trying to minimize the damage.
So these three all seem to relax and seem to calm down a little bit. This one does not.
Okay, Philomene's gonna keep an eye on that one that didn't calm down.
Nah, you're pretty chill too. You're not worried about him.
Yeah, it's like, we're not
Hey.
here to fight. It's okay.
Well, you
Relax.
want to keep an eye on him because he's the pretty one.
It's a pretty one. Oh, I get it because you rolled high on charisma. Got it.
Okay. I think that's everything I can do, and I'm trying to avoid, trying to avoid the
Good.
bloodshed.
Wither, what you doing?
Well, one, I'm pulling out 3 daggers out of myself. And it's like, we're not here to fight, but if you want
Wither
to
starts
fight,
bleeding from 3
Yeah.
different holes.
There is the dodge action.
Yes.
So you wanted to make an example
So-
of some of them.
so he looks over and sees the one that didn't calm down.
Looking mad. I'm gonna get him.
And he contemplates it. I'm gonna.
Welcome back.
This isn't
everybody.
gonna be a part of what's going on, but because my character, I feel like he wants to, but he wants to keep the peace at the same time. So
Yeah,
it's
what you
going to
got?
be. I'm gonna roll for it. Evens, I stop. Odds, I attack.
You could just make the decision.
Yeah.
I don't.
I mean, come on, even the ones who just stabbed with her are calmed down right now. There's only one over there that's not, besides the bugbear in the background.
That's a good point. Wither's going to do an action to
I imagine you can disengage in some form.
Disengage is
Yeah.
an action. Yeah.
There's disengage. There's dodge. And any attacks against you would be at disadvantage.
Yeah, dodge is also an action you can take.
Yeah, there's defecate, but it's not relevant here.
It's usually a free action.
Yeah. So
No,
I
trust
will.
me, it's not a free action. There's a price to pay.
Yep. So I'm going to be dodging. 2, I'm going to be activating my feline agility to get the hell out of there. Knowing that
Okay.
we're outnumbered easily 2 to 1 without a
Mhm.
healer, and I'm already hurting.
Absolutely. Dodge action. You want to activate feline agility and get out of there. Doubles your movement speed. Where are you going?
Which is, I am going to zoom right by Rosora. And to right there.
Yep.
And yes, that I didn't miscount that. That's
Mhm.
my new speed, by the way.
The tiles told the story.
Also, fun little detail: if Wither had gone through with the attack, my calm emotions would have been for nothing.
Yeah, it would have been great.
True. And Aiden is going to do the same thing as his own action. He's going to run as well.
The two individuals that have been calmed just watch Wither leave, just like, oh, later.
Hey.
Hey, stop, don't.
And there we go. And that will be my turn as I try and get Wonderlean's attention as well.
What up?
The bugbear steps up to Philomene, wields its longsword, and takes a swing.
Okay.
We'll deal 5 points of damage to Philomene.
Hold on a second. Okay.
Then he'll raise a hand, point at Philomene, turn towards this individual. What are you doing? Waiting for it. Stop him. The creature will move and make an attack on Philomene.
Mhm. Goddamn bugbears, dude.
Dealing 9 points of damage to Philomene. Dove, it's your initiative.
Thanks. 2 seconds.
Eh?
And
If you have any ways to get Wonderlean's here faster, that would be nice.
or the chain, which is in my possession now.
That too.
Movement. Bonus action. Bonus action to dash.
Meow.
I'm running running up the wall and onto the ceiling, like Sonic in Special Stage from Sonic 2. Action to dash.
Mhm.
And go up onto the ceiling, and I'm hanging down. I have this chain in my hand. I stop amidst the lot of them, and I go, Hey, hold the chain so it's hanging down in front of all their faces.
I don't think it's a whole chain. I think it's
Like
just
the link.
one link.
The
Yeah, one of
Yeah,
the links
like
in
a
here.
FBI, shut up.
FBI, shut up. All right.
I'm sorry. I just had this image now. Zora's doing the whole. I just barely dodged Wither as he blitzed that way, and now I got to duck Dove as comes the other way. It's like, yeah.
In the middle of the
Seriously?
freeway.
I'm the one holding back the traffic.
Classic Looney Tunes. One runs past and spins Zora, runs past the other way, spins Zora the other way.
Some like 10 or so feet or however tall the cave is, and I hold the link down. Gentlemen, Delazu says shifts over. Relax.
They all look upwards at Dove, see the link. Unless you got anything else, Dove. It is now one who leans his initiative.
That's pretty much it.
One who leans is gonna say to itself, "They have this," and just go back to praying.
I love it.
It's so good. I love it. Yeah. For me, your initiative. They got this.
Yeah, Philome, what do you doing? It's your turn.
Well, I assume thanks to the description of calm emotions that I'm back to being normal.
Yeah, you feel pretty chill right now. You're just like, eh.
I mean, I got attacked. That should
Oh, you
break
did get
the
the
spell.
attack, that's right, yeah.
You're feeling pretty
So-
alright. And then you got attacked. Now you're like, bro, not cool.
Our vibes!
Microaggressions, homie.
Microaggressions. That is the most incredible vicious mockery. That was a microaggression, dude.
Anyway, Philome is still just going to take the defensive position and just like try to prevent anyone from going after Yozora or, making things worse.
Okay.
But she still doesn't draw her sword, she just keeps her shield about.
Dodge action is a viability for you too.
Yeah,
You
that's
take
actually
the dodge action
yeah,
as well.
well, that's actually what I mean when I say I'm taking defensive position.
Okay.
Sick. Everyone wants to act up. Be ready. It went away. Are we good?
The calm ones will just like stop and look around and just put their weapons away and shrug. Look towards the other two, who will also eventually put their weapons away. Stare at both of you for a moment. Explain.
Oh, well. We've recently had a, rather lengthy conversation with Delazu, and you are all getting paid and can leave. There's come, if you want to come with me, then we can hash out the details of the IOU and the instructions as to where you can collect your payment. And I'll be saying this as I just walk down the side of the cave.
Fucking
I walk.
captivating.
If I walk back there and I take a handful of that gold, are you going to stop me?
Personally, I don't think so. I think it's quite possible that we could look the other way, isn't that right?
Philome will just roll her eyes and hand wave them to just be quick about it.
He walks back, grabs one of the hefty sacks, picks it up. Let's go, boys. We just got paid.
And if you are looking for future employment, I have a. You take a little slip and just do a rough sketch of the coordinate location of our home base.
Psst, Zelda.
What?
Tell them to go get their sleeping mates.
Definitely, yeah. We don't have to explain the whole thing again. So, yes. Oh, your gentlemen, I'll be sketching this out. Here's a little map here. It's along the coastline. Towards the west, there's a place where you can inquire as to future employment. We are looking for some strong. I size up the buff bugbear, able-bodied, the buff bear. I size up the buff bear, and I take a moment to just like drink him in, and with my eyes this time, and looking for able-bodied men of which we might have use. Here, show this to your comrades. I suppose they look just plumb tuckered out. But if you wish to wake them, so we don't have to explain this all over again, take them with you, would you?
They'll eye the slip of paper, they'll eye Dove, and then once again, they'll eye that mark before nodding and taking off.
Very good. Oh, you got a little blood there, Felomir.
Yeah, she'll just wipe it up and wave it like it's nothing. Then as she wipes it off, she takes a look at it on her hand and she goes, extending her hand as if offering a snack.
Oh, takes Felomir's palm and just
like it's an afterthought.
thank you. Fruity and floral as ever. You know, Felomir, it is often a bit more convenient, as you've just seen, to diffuse situations when you can speak with your opponents. How are you feeling about that right now?
She opens her mouth, saying as if to make the point.
Take all the time to process your grief as needed, but there are other paths. Try not to get yourself killed in the meantime, if you would.
She'll laugh, smile at you, and give you a quick hug before moving on.
Good job, Yuzora. Calm emotions made that nice and buttery.
Well, we don't want all of one who leans his work to go to waste now, do we?
Right.
And that's my best crowd control ability, magic at the moment.
Oh, speaking of, well, he's working with whatever he's got going on in there. Hey, let's take a look at this. I'm browsing, I'm perusing.
Shopping time. All right.
I guess I'll help.
So to describe real quick before we start getting into the specifics, down here you can see there are a couple more crates that seem to be of even more specific, good quality weapons. There is a shield leaning next to one of the crates. There are two chests, 2 shelves worth of things to peruse and investigate, and a pile of gold on the floor. It looks like it's from a recently smashed open crate.
do any of these, do the chests in the vicinity look like they would be of the high security make that would have been used for the bank's shipments?
One of them absolutely does, yeah.
Okay. I guess that one's going back to the bank.
Even has the same markings on it that you would have seen on the correspondence and on the the interior of the bank's vault, for instance.
Ooh.
Bellamy will have made it our way back to Withers and we'll start to look him over to see if he's fine.
He kind of jumps as you walk up behind him and is like almost has one of his arrows out ready to stab if he needs to, because he knew that they were like right on top of him. And then he sees Philemon and just kind of like lets it down and like, I'm really tired of being stabbed today.
Bellamy smiles at Withers and just gives him a head pat. And she starts tending to the wounds.
Wither will calm down and just let her.
Should I roll a medicine check for that?
Yeah, if you want to roll a medicine check, see how well you bandage Wither up, go for it.
It's mostly just while waiting until Howl is done and can tend more specifically to Withers.
Oh, I mean, you can just come to me. I'll do it.
Why did I roll twice?
And if we have good mushrooms left over, use them up.
Yeah, you can
I
use
believe
good
we-
mushrooms, but I think
Yeah, because I think we used them all after last
well,
battle.
not
after
all of them, but we definitely used all yours.
I haven't used mine because I didn't get hit.
Yeah, I still have 2.
But I mean,
Mostly
if it's bandaging, I can do this.
Yeah, Philemy bandages up the stab wounds, staunches the bleeding. One Helene, what are you up to?
Well, having had complete trust in my companions not to fuck this up, I just finished my prayer for the sake of my man Glowy Eyes' soul, and now I'm looking around more specifically at shit.
All right. Go ahead, grant yourself some inspiration for that, because showing reverence for what would have been an enemy. Pretty hardcore, cool guy of you.
Yay.
And we'll take a nice deep look around at everything we got in here next time.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Very good.
Sounds
Damn
good.
it, I want to loot.
It's right there.
It's very. I can taste it.
It's like,
think of it
I'm
this
gonna go
way.
select. It's like the episode's like, we're gonna finally get to see who the murderer is next time. What?
Got him.
Just
One
think
who
of it
leaves,
this way.
shot Jr.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Do it.
Next session we start with finding out everything we just got. That's gonna be a nice way to start it.
Yeah, we'll get some
Hell
loot
yeah.
next time for sure. Check some stuff out, see what we got going on in here. Find out some other stuff, have some fun. I hope you all had some fun today. Thanks for playing.
Fuck yeah,
It's
I'm
been
so sorry.
interesting.
Sorry, I took over the session a little bit,
Mm.
but I did ask permission.
No, that's fine.
Talking him down for a peaceful solution was only possible because you were the only one here.
I thought so too. That's why I
He
went for
knew that he could trust you because the risk you just took would not be worth it to just assassinate him.
Yeah, and if we jumped the gun at all and started knocking on the doors, and the ruckus outside would have soured negotiations.
Yep. That was pretty cool. I thought that was really cool. Yeah.
Better to leave the risk was great, but that made the opportunity greater. So
High risk, high
down.
reward.
I was down for it. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah, that was
Go
cool
for
shit.
This is a good way to go about it. Like fighting is fun, but fighting can have that any time. This kind of situation, it's unique and it's nice.
From a tactical point of view, not only did you minimize risk to the rest of the party, sort of, but you've also given us possibly more resources for the upcoming shenanigans we're going to have to deal with the Empire.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I
Hell
still
yeah.
got hurt pretty badly though.
You did
bit.
get stabbed a lot.
quite a bit.
I tried.
The only thing I did was whistle for one who leans. That's the only thing I did, and they came and attacked me.
No offense, Wither, but between you and Phil's and me, you're the easier to stab target. You are, what, in leather armor, if I'm not mistaken?
Kind of studded leather, but yeah.
A similar
And
thing.
armor.
Comparison's sake. Full body armor, plate mail, or whatever Phil's and me is in. Who looks a bit easier to stab for the average goon?
Surprisingly, I'm still dressed in chainmail. I need to upgrade my armor to better stuff.
Yeah, you have all the disadvantages of heavy armor and none of the plate.
Yeah, I'm tapped out. I'm basically as good as I'm going to get from basic stuff, unfortunately.
Oh. Let's see.
And my armor is basically all offensive minded, so to speak, because it gives me the ability to have Aiden attack and take his actions without me having to do anything.
True.
Yeah, but we can probably have the dwarves at some point upgrade the defensive side of it while keeping the advantages.
Yep. And I've already added a little bit onto it with my Threads of the Wind, I believe is what it is.
I take the Mr. Miyagi school to conflict resolution. No be there.
No,
Yeah.
I had a hunch that he was gonna be a good guy. It was kind of a racist hunch, but it's still a hunch.
Yeah. Yeah, the idea of you know your purpose and you are acting in this way that is counter to orderly society. It's probably not a truly villainous purpose, as far as we could tell.
Yeah.
Just an oblique to orderly society.
Henning said it was fun.
It's good that we did all the interrogating we did, especially at the suspicious herbalist, so that we actually figured out what this guy was, and we had a hunch to work with.
Yeah, we did our due diligence. We were very thorough. And I was starting to suspect that the coin that Rokan had might have actually been their true target.
There's also the
But-
small detail from. Obviously, I'm not sure if One Who Leans has informed the party of this yet, but there is somebody bigger than the threat that's been orchestrating the things we've been diffusing
Right,
at a local area.
because it's not the Empire. It's not strictly the Empire being like, "Hey, ungovernable free territories, come! You're killing yourselves. Come on, come back to us. We'll keep you safe." It's multi-world coordination.
Meanwhile, back to this particular side quest. I know once we were back at the village, Felony is going to want to investigate this stupid Halo book because she doesn't like leaving that alone.
You mean my evil book?
Our evil book. We'll have a discussion about what we do with that. But basically, she doesn't want it to stay there.
Same. I have a vested interest in that. Very personal. So, it's going to be fun to have. I have plans. I have plans. I have plans, and I'm very pleased that things have sort of resolved. So now that there's some interactions with Rokan that I'm percolating.
Mm-hmm.
And we avoided a TPK. I'm sorry, I had to throw that in there.
We
That's
did
been the
avoid a lot.
We were the good ones.
We did avoid a whole lot of fighting.
This, yeah, you say like you. Sorry for taking over the session, but you made it just one session.
You saved us a lot of time and you gained us a lot of resources. It was worth it.
So very good. Now, let's
I
see
am
where we're
curious
going.
on
What we're gonna do.
what is all in this area.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
a
this is
lot.
good
This is
shit.
from multiple cities. Like as far as Dub's
Yeah.
concerned, the only obligation that we signed up for on paper was
the one,
bank.
yeah.
we could just return the chest to the bank and we're set. And like the paperwork, return the chest and the paperwork to the bank, and Cantankerous Donatello will be slaked.
Oh, please, don't slander one of my turtles, please. Donnie's at least badass.
Yeah, Donnie's great.
Also, by the time we're leaving there, not only is the book not going to be in the vault, I'm not letting the turtle keep that staff.
All fair.
You
We'll
can take
see.
you
We'll
can
see
take
what we
my
can manage.
boomstick from my cold dead claws.
Yeah, we'll see what we can manage because he's gonna second amendment our ass.
Right.
Oh my god.
You can second amendment my shield to its face.
Yeah, and hopefully next time I have a heart-to-heart with somebody, I'm not so unbearable that they just end themselves after.
Jeez, right. My God. Like, I'm just thinking about, like, the end of spoilers for Fallout 3, but you
Yeah.
talk to President Eden. I'm just like, you just you just made this self-destruct persuasion check.
Yeah.
Let us send you all over to Shrum. Let's do Shrum. He's doing some ROM hack, it looks like. Super Mario Brothers 3, A New Journey. He's been kind of wrapping himself into some Mario projects lately, and he's taking on this little ROM hack now. It looks quaint. I don't know. It's been happening silently while we've been chatting. So, here, let's... Let's raid
As soon as
Shrum.
my stuff wants to catch up.
There we go. So yes, Trum's doing some fun stuff. It looks like just completed the Super Princess Peach adventure, which is another Super Mario World ROM hack, but with the facade of Mario 3 graphics and a very, very thick, caked up Princess Peach. Like it's very cute. So, Saturday, I think we're going to be looking towards some Storm Riders back here.
Hopefully.
And Sunday, we'll have to see. Like, we've been really sleeping on level heads lately for lack of full attendance. So we'll hope to have a level heads going. And then Monday, once again, we'll be back here for more Gems of the Empire. So, yes, please do stay abreast of the Discord too, well, and stay abreast of my goings on. And go ahead and give Shrum lots of love and a slappy orgasm with the Ride on That Mean Train. If you don't have slappy orgasm, I cry. But give him any gasm you got, because what's a gasm between friends after all? I'll see you all next time. Until then, stay easy. Sparkle.